competition. There is both
And
an East Coast and a West Coast bracket, so regardless of what side of the country you're on, there's an option for you.
yep, exactly. So I was going to say, just no matter who you are as a viewer, you can just hop into the next one because it's global, right? Well, at least US global. So, but hopping into this match, we have Ginger S2J. Ginger already off to a rough start so far.
No, this is his one. This is his one.
This is his one. Right. Just throw away the first dog and then kind of hop into it right away.
All right, here we go. Now we're starting.
Ooh, so that time we kind of saw him. Yeah, we see Ginger kind of go to the top platform and fall, but he didn't have the same initiative that we saw from before, so he falls into a nair, right? And so he's going to have to kind of stick to a game plan. Oh, nice. Okay, he kind of SDIs out of that nair, which kind of allows him to maintain control on the ground. So
yeah, so one of the things that I'm going to be really interested to watch, just as a point of comparison versus Fiction's Falco that we saw earlier, Ginger actually has that more traditional approach to the matchup where he tries to stay super grounded and avoids the platforms a lot.
Yep.
And the way that he'll try to maintain control is by using those lasers on the ground from a pretty good distance to just keep Falcon kind of stuck.
Yep. The way I think of it is you don't really want a laser if Falcon's going to fly at you. But the more that Falcon's going to kind of be walling you out with aerials in place, that's when you kind of look to find your lasers out. And Ginger's been finding those like quite a bit, and he's kind of establishing control in that way, right? But the moment he goes to a platform, you got to be careful because you see Ginger get caught here by a nair from the side platform across the stage.
Ooh, a little bit of an SD there. And yeah, so what ends up happening, right? Like as a contrast, what we saw from Fiction, I mean, he's just dead. That's just that, I guess.
The double lasers by getting behind him and kneeing him. So
but yeah, sort of as a contrast, what we saw Fiction sort of take to was challenging S2J by going up to the top platform and making his way down from there. And it ended up not working out great for Fiction in Game 5 when they were on FD and he didn't have a top platform to play with. So I feel like the style that that Ginger's showing us. Oh my god.
I also think we're seeing a more practiced punish game from Ginger, right? Like he's getting these bigger combos, but Fiction was playing more for just like to push him off the stage and then keep him there, and so kind of to see the stylistic clash both in neutral and in punish. So Ooh, gets the backer here.
Could be a pretty strong closeout. Ooh, SJ goes for the shield there. I wonder if he had time for a grab, but he just decided to go for the safer option and play it out.
My gut says that SJ was correct there, that it looks like Ginger landed and insta-shined, and SJ barely got a shield up, right? So, good awareness by Ginger to know that he can like switch to offense right away, and awareness by SJ to realize that he doesn't have time to
It's not his turn.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
barely misses the shine. That could have been the game.
Yeah, I think so. So kind of a DI mix-up of which side he hits the shine with, and he actually did like a dash dance shield stop to get that shine, so it might have been a mix-up in it of itself, but a little too fancy and drops it. Oh, it gets to point blank into the... Oh my god. There's like so many opportunities, and Ginger just keeps it going, so it gets him all the way to 124.
He gets that super awkward forward smash that makes him get one more hit, but he's able to close it out anyway, and he's going to take game 1 pretty cleanly.
Yeah, those were huge punishes, right? Like these are actually combos that we didn't really see from Fiction. Is like the combos that do carry you from top platform to side platform back to the top, and then closes out with a forward smash or something. It's kind of like really impressive, like control from Ginger into just boom, I kill you right now. So.
Yeah, so after game 1, I think, again, the story of this matchup is always going to be, to some extent, Falco trying to maintain control, trying to limit the, ridiculous speed and movement options that Falcon can bring to the table. Ginger sort of finding a different approach to creating that control than what Fiction used, but still the general idea of the game plan is the same.
Yep. Right off the bat, we actually see Ginger start with a short hop laser to get back down to the ground. Not really an option that I think we saw from Fiction. He would always go from the top platform and come down. And so, yeah, I think should probably, not talk too much about the comparisons every single time, but it's so interesting to kind of see the stylistic clash because there's so many ways to play Melee and express yourself that when you see two people play the same matchup, do completely different things and both find success, you can't help but be like, man, what a beautiful game,
Absolutely. And wow, and I think the other fun thing to talk about here is even though S2J is being handed a very different puzzle to work with, he's approaching it in sort of the same way, right? Like he's looking for those big openings, and his punish game is so impeccable that once he finds the hit, it's just over. The up B doesn't kill. He needed a couple more percent.
Yep. So yeah, it's definitely super cool to see when like you see S2J's game plan against Fiction, and then you remember that like that game plan was crafted not specifically for Fiction. This is a general game plan that he has, right? And the fact that he can kind of like make it work when you see like another playstyle get thrown into it, and you're like, nice. So. Oh.
Man, and what a turnaround from last game, right? Where Ginger SD'd on his first stock, or didn't SD, but got completely demolished on his first stock and then made a big comeback. And then this game, Johnny building a big 2-stock lead, and just keeping Ginger in the corner so strongly.
Right, right. Yeah, we see Ginger do this off-center stuff where he gets off-center and just kind of shoots lasers, and it forces S2J to have to come down from the top platform. And you know, Falcon doesn't have the best hitboxes coming down, right? Like, he can go up and down pretty quickly, but he has to come down with, like, a back air or an up air. He doesn't have that down air that just, like, Falco has. He gets to come down and protect himself, so...
Right. He really likes to already be on the same vertical plane as you, right? Either below you for the up air or with the timing to come down with the down air. And if he doesn't have those options, like, the hitboxes just aren't that strong.
Yep, exactly.
And I mean, Falco's broken in that sense, right? Like, the up tilt and the back air are so strong that, you know, it's kind of always going to be a closeout.
Yep. Ginger's got his casual multi-shine pressure he's been using all set long. He's got, like, double and triple shines just regularly, and quite a few times it's caught S2J acting out of shield after the second one or something, right? So, and then if you hold shield, Ginger's just going to continue the pressure anyways, so...
Yeah, and I think, you know, Ginger has always been known, like, he's put out, like, guides and stuff for his multi-shines and stuff, and oftentimes, like, in a lot of matchups, it's only so valuable, because Falco has so many different options and so many different ways to put on pressure. In particular, right, like the shine grab being such a good alternative option. In this matchup, grabs can still be really strong, don't get me wrong, but, you know, Falcon, it's really hard to convert off of the grab, and so having that consistent shine pressure can be really strong in Falco's favor.
Yep, so, oh my god, so S2J just putting on a clinic right now, trying to end his stock as soon as he can. But yeah, it's interesting to see like what type of pressure you're going to use. I tend to think the multi-shine's a little overrated in this matchup because Falcons tend to just be looking for roll or stomp out of shield, both of which are options that are like slow enough to where you don't need the multi-shine. But Ginger's kind of showing that like if you're able to do it consistently, you actually lose almost nothing by going for it. You get to just keep up the pressure. So most of the time the downside, oh my god, he almost closes out the stock right there.
Oh, yeah, that was the reversal.
Yeah, exactly.